Hello, everybody, and welcome to one of PT Educator's Professors of Profits Vlogcast. I am Dr. F Scott Feil, and I'm joined very graciously by one of our guests from the HET podcast as well, a young lady I've been very, very excited to follow over the last couple of years. She's doing a lot of great things in and outside of physical therapy. I'd like to welcome Dr. Jasmine Marcus onto the podcast. Jasmine, tell us a little bit about your area of expertise and business-wise, what you've been up to lately.
Okay, so I still practice in outpatient orthopedics, but before becoming a physical therapist, I was in the field of journalism and writing, and I've sort of just kept that up throughout PT school and while practicing. So I edit essays for people applying to PT school, and then I also do a little bit of writing for other physical therapists or physical therapy companies. And then I also do different blog posts and articles for PT publications.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of writing, and that's one of the things that I've loved about your career. And, you know, I was an English major in undergrad, so I have a soft spot for writing in particularly. And today I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about ghostwriting. I've only done it 2 or 3 times. It's been very lucrative the times I've done it. I just, I think that it's a viable option for a lot of people who are good at writing, have a good skill set, but are also in the medical field because they get it. They know the lingo. They know, depending on which way you need to go, whether it be up the ladder to more technical writing or down the ladder to more layman's terms. I think, physical therapists are really primed and ready to do that if they have a pretty decent skill set at writing. Could you tell us maybe some of the experiences you've had with ghostwriting and, some of the pros and cons to that maybe?
Yeah, so I've done a little bit of writing for other physical therapists who maybe don't either have the skill set or even don't have the time to maybe write their website, or I've done kind of pamphlets for other physical therapists. And some positives about it are that I feel like it plays to one of my skill sets, and it's something that obviously you can do from home. It's pretty flexible, unlike treating patients where it's at a certain time, you have to go to the clinic, that type of thing. Maybe one of the cons would be that it's not really guaranteed. So it kind of ebbs and flows. You might not always have projects coming in. It's not, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to ultimately not become a full-time writer or journalist, was just that I wanted something that was a little bit more stable. And I have really found that with physical therapy.
Yeah, I think, you definitely hit the nail on the head there, especially like with ghostwriting. One of the things that I've found is that because you're writing for somebody else and you're not attaching your name to it at all, like it's hard to get your name out there as a ghostwriter. So like a lot of people don't know that you actually do that unless you advertise your services, or luckily my first client actually was kind of word of mouth, got me my second client. And then the third one was just happenstance. But it can be a little daunting. And like you said, it's hit or miss whether or not you're going to have a paycheck coming in from it. But it's cool that you can do it from home and that you can do it while, on top of treating full-time 9 to 5. Because I love writing. I'll always somehow be tied back to my English background, and it just kind of comes out. So I enjoy any sort of writing projects that I can do. What is one expert type tip you would give to somebody who's just looking to get started in the form of ghostwriting or writing in general as a physical therapist? Maybe they're looking to dabble and do some writing projects. What's a tip you would give to them?
I think one of the first things you need to do is have a way to show that you are a good writer. And so one of the ways to do that would be probably starting your own blog, which is how I got my start, and then trying to write for some other publications. New Grad Physical Therapy, which I think is now Covalent Careers, is a good one. I think the best way is to really just to start writing, because if you don't have any writing samples out, how are you going to show that you should be writing for someone else?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's great advice. I did the exact same thing. I wrote every day, every weekday for a full year when I started my blog. And I had no direction. I had no idea what I was doing, to be honest with you. I really just wanted to show myself that I could do it and that I could push myself and that I could get back into using the writing muscle, if you will. Because it had been a long time since I graduated with a BA in English. It had been several years of clinical work. So it was good to get back into it, though, and it really was kind of like riding a bicycle. But then I had those examples. I had a full year's worth of blog posts that I had that I could refer people to if they had questions. Well, I wrote this article that's similar to like what you're looking for. Why don't you look at that and see my style and see if you think it'll work for you. And that really seemed to work out as far as doing other blog posts and, like you said, Covalent Careers. I've written a couple articles for them now. So, I think I'll probably keep up the writing. I just released my first book, and I think I'm already ready for the second one. The book bug has got me, so I'm excited. I'm ready for that, and I can't wait to read your first book. Any day now. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Need to get started on that.
Well, Jasmine, thank you so much for taking your time and for coming on the Professors of Profit Vlogcast. Where can people find you if they want to reach out and have questions, or if they just want to follow up and see what you're doing these days?
Yeah, so I have a website, which is jasminemarcus.com. And then I'm pretty active on social media. And so I have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and you can find them through my name. And then on all of them, I have the same username, which is jmarcusdpt. So pretty easy to find me on any of those.
Awesome. And I'll include all those links in the show notes too, so people can link to them pretty easily. Well, Jasmine, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.